Hi everybody and welcome. Today we're talking about Jurassic World Evolution. It has been out for just over a year now, but if there's one thing I love, it's dinosaurs, so I wanted to share this with you. This is made by a company called Frontier Developments. They also made Zoo Tycoon, Lost Winds, Elite Dangerous, Planet Coaster, if you've heard of anything of that. Currently this is $18.90, so if this looks like you might enjoy it even for a couple of hours, it's probably worth it. Everything else that they've developed seems to be about 70 to 75% off at the moment, so if you want any of the other things, then they're available too. I didn't do the campaign because I didn't want to destroy any potential story things that might happen, so this is a challenge. I was quite distracted when I started this, so now I have $23 million and I don't really know what to spend it on. But this is basically it. So this is my park, and I apologise sincerely for the for the way everything's set out. I didn't plan it very well, and I'm very sorry. Okay, so over here I've got Herbivores 1, let's call it that. The stupid ball things from the movie. So I've got my beautiful Triceratopses in here, along with some little fellas, some Dracorex, and these little fellas as well. These all seem to get along okay, so that's fine. My electric fences are down, which isn't great. And then I got these fellas. These ones eat meat, so I'm a little bit more careful with them. They have an electric fence. And I'll get into all of the building and all that stuff in a second, because it's actually a lot more complicated than I remembered it, so it's taken me about 2 hours to get back to a point where I could figure it out. And these are Ankylosaurus and Edmontosauruses. It does give you little handy trivia bits about them, so it told me that they discovered these in Edmonton in Canada, and that's how they got their name. Okay, let's go right back to basics. When you start, all you have is this, and a little bit of a path. So I connected it down here, and I foolishly built everything over here, because I thought, oh, this will be where I keep all my crap that I don't necessarily want guests looking at. Then I realised that this field here is one of the only open spaces on the entire island, and then it tapers off to this, which is basically a dead end. So I kind of cut myself off from 2 reasonably large paddocks that I could have had, but that's fine. Okay, so what are you doing? You are making and maintaining Jurassic Park. You have a control room, which the basic screen looks like this. I've only got 2 and a bit stars. I'm not very far through. And then you've got expedition maps, so you can go, it shows you here how far through researching them I am. So if they're at 100%, then they'll hatch well. I'll show you that as well. So this shows you what you might find in these areas. It shows you how researched you are on that particular one. So I'm going to send a dig team there. You only start with 1 dig team. So you have to research extra dig teams, and I'm just going to click randomly on some other places. Then you've got this bit. So here is where all the stuff they find goes. Anything that has no DNA in it, just sell. You can't keep it for anything. And then you go through and extract DNA from all the bits and pieces, and it shows you here what dinosaur it is and how far through that gene you are. Easy. Then we come into the research tab. I still have no power. Sorry. Then you come through to the research tab. It's very similar to most games. These are your main menus, and then you go into your sub-menus, showing you all of the things. These are like colors. Then you can splice different DNA into your dinosaurs to make them do different things. Once again, you start with 1 team. You can research more. You've got to research medical treatments, so if your dinosaurs are susceptible to hookworm and stuff, you have to actually look that up. And then there's building upgrades, and then there's just general other buildings that you don't have. So that's pretty much your control center. To access that, you need to build the individual buildings. So research centers here, ranger stations look after restocking food supplies, rebooting your power stations, all that kind of stuff. This one looks after tranquilizing dinosaurs that have gotten out, or if you're trying to sell dinosaurs. And this is your helicopters that go out and look for stuff. Now, I've kind of just opened up this area over here. This is a terrible island. I would never pick it again because of these very narrow bits. It makes it really hard to make nice paddocks for the dinosaurs to be in. Anyway, when you click on something for the first time, it does come up and tell you all this crap. So you can go as far as to look inside your structures that you have and see what they can see while they're up there and go, oh, that's very nice, except this patch of trees is in the way. Maybe I'll move the patch of trees. I'm not going to. It was really hard to get enough trees in there to keep the Triceratopses happy while having this stupid path for this stupid ball thing, but it was one of the quests I got. These are your little quests. And you'll notice that on each one I have one of these. Oh, that one's deactivated, so it's not a very good one to click on. I have one of these. So this shows me all the dinosaurs that I can currently incubate. And I know that in this paddock I have these fellas and these fellas. So there's no way in hell I'm going to put a T-Rex in there. I don't know if these get along with those. I don't know much about it. I haven't gone too far into it. And as you can see, there's a lot of dinosaurs I haven't unlocked yet, which is really cool. I like the fact that there's that much range, and I like the fact that you can keep them together. But it isn't like a zoo game in the sense that they'll breed, because they don't. So you have to keep an eye on how old they are, and you have to kind of keep replacing them when they get too old, basically. The ones with this little pattern behind them, the DNA pattern, that means that I have actually successfully bred and released them. So I know a bit more information about them, as you can see here. If I click on this, I've got no data, but this will tell me they want land, do they want forest, do they want water, what do they want? And then you can see here, incubate costs X amount of money. Now you can modify the genome. This is where it starts getting complicated. So you can change the colors, fine. Then you can change all of these things that I have researched, and they'll give different. So as you can see, this takes lifespan down, and it takes that down. These all take lifespan down. They shouldn't. Oh, because it's got the bat one equipped currently. So that's what the bat one gives you. Then there's this one, and there's all these different ones you can apply here as well. And I haven't unlocked the fourth one. I think that unlocks at 100% or something. Maybe it's in here. Yes. Okay, so that is just lifespan, so I can fiddle with that with all these different animals that I've spliced in, which is really cool. Now, as far as everything else goes, it gets complicated. I'll show you over here. So let's say I'm going to, this is my enclosure menu. I'm going to build a T-Rex park. So I'm imagining they want quite a bit of space because they're big fellas. Okay, easy. Except that I'm an idiot. So now I've got a gate, I can get in. The next step is you have to build that bit. You have to build it the right way, which is a problem I encountered with my gyroscope thing earlier. You want the little tree bits going to the inside. Then I'm going to build a new power station over here because I basically need to. You can never have enough power in this game. And you... Oh fuck, what have I done? Okay. I'm just gonna get rid of that and that. And we'll build... Nope. A large substation here. Beautiful. Perfect. Okay, and then I know that the T-Rex is, just from my own personal knowledge, I know that the T-Rex eats meat, so I'll put in some meaty bits for it. Maybe he wants a live goat. And obviously I have to give money to Hammond because what a jerk. Everything requires paths, which is fine, except I don't know if maybe I'm just bad at placing paths, but they're not. See that? Like if you're slightly off, it's just, I don't know where the entrance to that one is. Okay, so that requires power. So we're waiting for power. Everything has to be powered. And it tells you how much it needs over here. So the best thing you can do is deactivate these things when you're not using them. It'd be kind of nice if you... Oh, for fuck's sake. It'd be kind of nice if you could only have one and maybe fly the dinosaurs in or something, but from what I've seen so far, that's not possible. So I'm just gonna come up here and connect that to the main one. That needs a path in order to generate electricity, because of course it does. Oh, there it is. No? Voila. Okay. Okay, so that's that done. Now we're going to incubate a dinosaur. So we go into here. I don't know if this will work, so we'll just have to see. Let's see if we can modify the genome a bit to make it... Oh, let's go for that one. That one looks cool. Okay, its viability is... It's got a lot more things to unlock than the other ones. Its viability is already only 52%, so we're just going to try it like that. $2 million. Wow. It's expensive. And I'll get a little notification up here if it fails or succeeds. Yeah, you can't pause time, you can't speed up time, you can't slow down time. Everything is happening as is. So when a storm hits, and they do, and takes out your electric fences and you've got dinosaurs running all over the place killing people, it does get quite hectic. It's a lot of fun. You have to build hotels, restaurants, fast food, all that kind of stuff. You've got to look after your stupid guests. Ah, he will need water, won't he? They need water, but there's no water trough. So you have to kind of put it in as if you're building them a little pond thing. I think they like trees, but I'm not really... I haven't hatched one before, so I'm not sure. So I'll put some trees up the back here so that it doesn't... So that if he's out here, people can still see him. It's very important that the guests can see the stupid things. You can add these doohickeys in that give people a bit of a better view. You can add... Oh, wrong one. Stuff like this in. That will mean that if you do get a storm, you're less likely to take significant damage, which might be good to have near the T-Rex enclosure. Because if that thing gets out, I imagine it's going to be hell. Maybe I should let it out and just see what happens. I'll do that at the end of this video. I just want the stupid thing to hatch. Okay, so it's actually kind of working. That's a fairly good sign. That's not going to help me here. No, I've got no more T-Rex. Oops. Damn. Just do stuff. Come on. Give me the T-Rex. Makes me uncomfortable when I can hear the dinosaurs from somewhere else. I had these guys almost die earlier. Yay, I finished this quest, so that gives me marks, and money. Sweet, sweet cash dollary doos. Yeah, I had these guys almost die earlier because they were looking for water and they couldn't drink from the small bit of water that I'd given them. I needed to give them a bigger puddle. Pain in the ass. No worries. There wasn't a way that I did. And then you can choose your contracts. I keep not choosing security contracts. Yeah, okay. And oh Jesus. Yeah, whatever. And build them a bowling alley while waiting for the T-Rexes. Oh shit. While waiting for the T-Rexes. Maybe we won't. That's what I mean. There's very narrow bits here where you can't really do much. Ooh, we're halfway there. What else do you need to know about this? This is your obvious landscaping options, so I can put in some grass and whatnot there. Get rid of trees. I can paint grass or this. Ah, beautiful. Now, this game, as I said, was made by Frontier Developments. You can see you can individually pick trees and rocks and stuff. I thought this one was pretty amazing. Look at the size of that. It's huge. Sorry. They did run into some trouble in 2005. So what were they doing? They were trying to release an expansion, or trying to release a sequel to one of their games. And they thought, we'll fund it ourselves. They ran out of funding, and another company that did step in to help fund them then stepped out, and they ended up having to make 18 people redundant. But it looks like they're back on top of it now. And there are also 5 expansions available for this. They're between $6 and $22. I have one of them, but it came with when I purchased it because I think I pre-purchased it because dinosaurs. Love dinosaurs. And then they've got ones that, as far as I know, they add extra dinosaurs in and some extra like maps and challenges and things like that. So if you are really into this game, it is currently $18.90 anyway, and then you can get a couple of expansions for what I paid for the game originally. So you've got to research the upgrades and then you have to apply them here, which I kept forgetting about, so I kept not applying the upgrades, and then stuff wasn't working and it was all very upsetting. And you can change skins. It's very exciting, I didn't know that. But yes, this is Jurassic World, obviously set in a wonderful tropical oasis in... I forget what my island's called. It tells you when you click on this, doesn't it? Isla Tacano. Voila! My beautiful park. I only have 4 enclosures, which doesn't feel like very many, but it's not like the zoo games where you just build 15,000 enclosures. Maybe it is. Maybe that's what you're going to do. I have no control over that. That is not my area of expertise. So I've only got 2 storm protection stations. I've got 2 shelters, and they're both right next to each other because I didn't realize I'd already built one. I've got a few of those. Not losing too much money. So this just shows you where your stuff is and what you need to do. And okay, it somehow worked. This is what happens when you release a dinosaur. Oh Jesus, he's huge. And there you go, there's my T-Rex. I did notice that in the research section there's gene splicing, so you can actually make the, what was it called, the Abdominus Rex. I don't know why you would. It went so bad in the movie, but you can if you want to. I haven't looked into the expansions too much, but as far as I know, as of now, there is not any flying or swimming dinosaurs. There's only walking type dinosaurs, which I did find a little bit disappointing because I love me a pterodactyl. But still, as far as dinosaur type management games goes, this is one of the better ones I've played. Look at that beautiful creature. And as you can see, it tells you here what they're up to, what they're doing, if they've got enough of everything, if they need more of it. They will not eat fish. That's how impressive it is. That's only 57% authentic. Is that because I gave it weird skin? He's only going to live to be 52, people. He, she, it. I don't know if they have genders. I don't think they do. I think it's just... But there you have it. There's a loose goat. Okay, so... Just going to resupply those. Do we let the dinosaur out? Yeah, let's do it. I'm just going to knock out a piece of fence. I'm going to knock out a lot of fence. Come on, buddy. I'm waiting for the alert to come up that tells me that the dinosaur's free. This guy cannot handle being uncomfortable. And here's your little factoid screen. They happily coexist with a good number of other dinosaur species. There we go, okay. It has noticed that the dinosaur has escaped, or that it could, and that it is a danger to guests. He's just realised he's free. And you can see why when you have a cage full of velociraptors to get out, this is really stressful. There is a way to capture them, but I was kind of hoping you'd go on some kind of rampage first. Useless. So you've got to come over here to this. And then you've got to come all the way down to wherever your free dinosaur is. Oh, come on, kill someone. Why would you run into the dinosaur? Did that dude just die from running into the dinosaur? That's dumb. There's meant to be a thing somewhere that tells you how many they've killed. Nope. Nope. And they can do damage to other buildings once they're out as well. Anyway, this is a game that I feel very strongly about. It's wonderful. I love it. It is very time consuming to get to a point where you have this much money that you can just spend on crap, because I spent a long time being pretty much broke in this game. So, should you buy it? That's really up to you. For $18.90, I don't see why not, but I love dinosaurs. I really love dinosaurs. I've been Mooglepeep. This has been Jurassic World Evolution. Thank you for watching, and hopefully you learnt something about this game and you know if you want to buy it or not.